Is it your opinion that Khabib is one of, I mean, how high up on the GOAT list to you? I mean, I know it's a very opinionated rank. It's not an official rank, but just how high is Khabib on the GOAT list for you, considering, because there's John Jones in the question, and you and Demetrius, and there's so many top guys that have, well, not so many, only a few of you, but.
This is the thing, Mike, is he's in a special category, but he ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? I probably maybe even put him like number. You're gonna think I'm crazy, man. Like in the top 10, like top in 10. There. But there's so many great fighters, man. I can name them for you. I would put. I gotta, as much as I love. I mean, I would put John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, Anderson Silva, George St. Pierre, Randy Couture. I would put myself in number 6. 2 division champ, defended both my belts, beat the best out of my generation, Dominic Cruz, Demetrius Johnson, TJ Dillashaw, and then number 7 I would probably do Khabib, dude. I feel like just through the accolades, because Khabib, even though he's 29-0, there are still a lot of people for him to beat. You know what I'm saying? Even though he did beat everybody, and I think the fight that really kind of tends to hurt him a little bit is that Alaquinta fight. You know, in that fight he looked horrible. He didn't look as good. He dominated, but he still showed a lot of holes in that position. Number 8, I would do Daniel Cormier. Number 9, number 9, I'm not sure, but I can only kind of name it. Maybe a BJ Penn, and then number 10. I don't know. 10 probably Fedor, dude. And Fedor could have been a number 1, but I think he just went. I think Fedor just went too. I think he just did too much than what he should have. But Fedor at one point was a pound for pound, was the best ever, and then he just tarnished that shit.
I do like the way you think, though, because like the GOAT status is a lot of times based on who you fought at their time, in your prime, in their prime, what they were doing. There's a lot of, I remember the Anderson Silva days. Like when you look at Khabib, what he's done when you look statistically is unmatched. And he's my teammate, and I'm biased, so of course he's one of my favorite fighters, obviously. But when you look back at my history and me going through my career, when you see those guys like Vanderlei Silva, you saw those guys, Fedor, you saw those guys like Anderson Silva, when they went through those runs, like Anderson went through that 17-fight streak or whatever it was and defended his belt 10 times. Of course he lost his last 5 of 6 or 7 fights or whatever the case. It doesn't matter. When he went through that run, it was magic. It was like something that was like some of these other guys that we're talking about never have done. They've never created that kind of magic and that kind of like wow factor that he did. I mean, he was like another species of fighter, like another species of being.
A performer, man. Like it was literally a performance.
Yeah.
It was like Michael Jackson was getting ready to perform. You're gonna watch it for the first time. You know what I mean? It's like super cool, man. I remember Anderson Silva. That was back in your era, man.
Yeah.
The best that Anderson was. Ridiculous.